Hello and welcome to the third cube draft that I will be doing. I changed some things, like I used to record in FLV and now I'm recording in MP4, so if there's a difference in quality, my apologies. This is just testing out because the last video crashed during round 1. It's still not uploaded at this point because it's two separate videos. I want to upload it as one video, but I probably can't because I don't find a decent converter for it, which is a bit annoying. I'll go over this back in a second. So let's pick Survival of the Fittest. I mean, Wormcoil is a great card, but Survival is just all around powerful and just still gives us options. While I keep this highlighted, I'll talk for 50 seconds about what I was trying to say. So what I was trying to say is that with the FLV videos, I try to merge them. I don't find a program for them. I try to convert them. Don't find a decent program for them that doesn't leave a watermark behind. And I want to upload one video. I mean, I don't want people like seeing round 1 part 1 and round 1 part 2. Still searching for the solution. I probably will find a solution, but I actually am the owner of Sony Vegas. I have a copy of Sony Vegas Movie Studio. But it doesn't accept FLVs, so now I'm recording in MP4s, which it does accept. So if something happens like that again, I can easily merge them. So we'll continue here. Fauna Shaman, probably great copy to pick up after Survival of the Fittest. There's no reanimation spell here. Garrick is a great card, of course, also green, but I mean Fauna Shaman goes with the team we have and is a creature. And we have Vengefine, which also goes with the team. Devoted Druid uses mana acceleration, but I think Vengefine is the all-round pick here. Arbor Elf is fine, but yeah, at this moment we're just staying mono green. And we'll pick up some big baddies later on. If I get a Recurring Nightmare, I'll be so happy. Probably won't. What am I looking for? Genesis is fine. Stuff like Shriekma, Necrotal. Basically, I'm hoping to have some reanimation to have this team. Or some cards like a Squee. I don't know if it's actually in the cube. To get some card advantage going. Reviarch is some card advantage, of course. Which might be the pick here. I took a Vigilante, but there should be more or better cards than a 5 mana disenchant creature. Fraction Metamorph is a great card, but with no legendary rule, it's not that super anymore. So I think Ink Eyes from that player's graveyard, so it doesn't actually work that great with Survival, since we can only reanimate their spells. Reviarch is just all around good though. We might go green-white again, just like last draft. Still hoping for black though, and just splashing white, which is, I mean, we have green as our main color at this point. So about the MP4s, it's basically a test. I hope it doesn't lose quality. It normally shouldn't. I assume it will be a bigger file size, so the uploads will take longer for me, but that doesn't matter, does it? What to pick, what to pick. So Eternal Witness is just a really good card. Apocalypse is a fine card. Trollstatic is a fine card. Angel is a really good card, but it devotes us to white this early. If you pick the Witness, what do we want to do with it? I mean, it's a bit too greedy, I guess. So the Angel is just good, and we should pick it, or the Find Horn for the mana excel, but there's probably enough mana acceleration. Okay, we'll take the gamble and go for Angel. So basically we're green-white at this point, and we might splash black. If we get a Recurring Nightmare, we'll definitely splash black. Most reanimation spells from black only cost 1 black anyway. And as you saw in the previous drafts on Natural Order, Jesus. Yeah, so it only gets green creatures, so I need a big green creature. I need something like Terrastodon. Or the Bastion is decent fix, but at the moment we're 2 colors. Yeah, Natural Order is definitely the pick here. Especially since we have Survival and Fauna Shaman. If he gets... oh wow, just what I wanted. It's a tough pack though. Blade Splicer is a great card in my opinion. It's great with Reviarch, it's just good all around. Genesis is a great card. Yava is fine, Milstrom Pulse would be fine as well, so I hope he will one of these four, but I assume I'm gonna get back Rakdos, Cackler and Lightning Maul or Earthquake, one of these two. Elvish Mystic, so as I said, we would get some mana acceleration anyway. Let's go to Castor for now. So we still need some early drops instead of these. What else can we want? If we get a Recurring Nightmare, we obviously want Enlightened Tutor to get a missing piece. Do we want a Weathered Wayfarer over Experiment one? This is a green creature. It just says sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice a green creature. Wow. But Wayfarer, what does a Wayfarer do for us? What lands do we want that Wayfarer is good with? I don't think any. So Experiment 1 is probably better. I mean, sure, Withered Wayfarer is fine if you're on the draw, but it's a big mana investment. So as I said, Enlightened Tutor is a card I definitely want to pick up. Necrotel is fine, but it's 2. I'd rather have a Bone Shredder or a Shriekma. Arbor Elf Wield, it's only for forest though, but Ast is fine as well, but we're gonna go for the creature with acceleration. Clifftop Retreat, Attrition would be a splash. This destroyed our enchantment, so Clifftop Retreat just to have the fix. Wow, so Naturalize is a good sideboard card. Lava Monster is an annoying card to play against though in the mono red deck, so I'm gonna go for Lava Monster and hate draft it. So it is a Cackler that we want. As I thought, no Maelstrom Pulse or something like that obviously. But yeah, we still need some big baddies. Sylvan Library, Sword of Fire and Ice, holy shit. Sorry for the language again. But it's a tough pick, so basically we have 8 creatures at this point, which Sword is really good with. Sylvan Library is so insane though. Can we beat a Sword of Iron Ice? If I get a Stoneforge Mystic, I'm gonna regret picking up the library any day. Basically we have no tokens at this point, we're just all in our creature plan. As much as I hate passing up Sylvan Library, I would also hate passing up Sword of Fire and Ice. Or Path to Exile, none of those will wheel. I will probably get the Grasslands back, or the Marsh Flash, which is, both are fine for me. What a pick, what a pick. Yeah, library is so good though, but people are gonna pick up the sword anyway. What do we have here? We have a removal, color fixture, but we're not in black at the moment. Edge Oracle isn't that great, but Garruk is definitely the pick. Disenchant is something I'll pick up out of that pack of 8 wheels. Necromancy is a reanimation card that I would like. Is there something that I would like to pick over it? Godless Shrine, obviously, if it wheels, but Necromancy, seeing as I was already talking about the reanimation factor. Mentor of the Meek, type sword. Oh wow, it doesn't do anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures at this point. Probably Acidic Slime the pick then. I mean, I like Windswept Heat, but I do need some creatures that I want to tutor for. And Acidic Slime is better than anything. Yeah. So Temple Garden, Show and Tell. Wow, Woodfall Primus is probably the card I want here though. I'm actually foregoing my mana fixing thing here, but it's really annoying. I mean, Mirbedasu is great, so is Woodfall Primus, both are great. But I can get Woodfall Primus with Natural Order. Question is, still have a pack and a half to go. What are the odds of this not wheeling? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe. So we have picked this. Okay, we'll take the gamble. I like mana fixes. You already figured out. And then we get Wooded Foothills. Academy Rector is fine, but it doesn't get that much. And as I picked mana fix before, I will probably pick mana fix here again. What do we have here? We have Knight of Glory, Tectonic Edge. I'm not that scared of any land. Maybe Maze of it, but even then, it's so narrow to have to draft these over this. Well, this will give me some early game. Sure. Court of Calling, probably the pick over Twilight Mire. Court again at tutor for whatever I want, and it's actually any creature. Marshflat's Wield, so I'll pick that up. This is any graveyard, right? Target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield. Nice. So cube drafting. Someone talking to me. So Disenchant, I said I would like to pick it, but Ultimate Prize is still in here. I don't get why. And I will pick that up since I already have Splash for it. I think the next pack had the Godless Shrine in it. Someone actually playtesting Pot said that cold fishing it isn't that easy. Well, it probably isn't. The deck in general is, well, every deck that allows a lot of options is a great deck. I like playing those kind of decks, but it's hard to play those kind of decks because you have to keep in mind every option you can do, every option your opponent can do, what is the best play, because you don't want to make a good play, you want to make the best play. And defining something like that in Magic is really hard though. And don't want any of these, do I? Wow, this is still all in there. Sick. I think Shrine is the more powerful card in mono red deck. But I don't think anyone is mono red. Maybe the guy to my right, and he's really happy now. Show and Tell is still in here. No one wanted a Show and Tell. No one wanted a Dreadbore. Really? What is this? So at this point I probably won't play Clifftop Retreat. Still want some mana fix or black though. Only these two. Obviously want to open Recurring Nightmare if it still is in the cube. Go for the throat, Living Deaths. It's double black though. And it's so good. Okay, so let's go over the options. Go for the throat is fine. Have 2 black removal then, but it's in my splash colors. Genesis Wave is a great card, even in my deck, but it's only late game, and I think late game with Survival of the Fittest should be sufficient. Still looking for a big creature, and I have not found it yet. So Natural Order is probably not going to be played. Too bad, it happens. None of the other fix is something I like, so go for a throw this, an extra removal. Wow, and then you pass this to me. Okay, Quasali is probably the pick, Boreal Druid might be the pick, Journey of to Nowhere might be the pick. Inquisition is fine, Dead Cloud is fine, Pristine Angel is a great card. I think I need the Quasali though, because I have no outs at the moment to any other cards. I already have 2 mana acceleration, and there's not much I can accelerate into. It's a creature, Bloodbraid is obviously a great card as well, but I'm not gonna splash a 4th card. Scrubland is something I wanted, Shriekmaw though is something I really wanted. Hero of Bladehole is great. Oh my god. So if I pick the Shriekmaw, I actually want the Scrubland. But I think if I pick the Scrubland and someone is mono is black and not black based, he won't pick Knocker Potence, even though it's great. No one is actually these color combinations, else Dreadbore shouldn't be in the pack so late. So I don't think so. If I pick the Scrubland, the Shriekmaw is gone, but I already have these. Shriekmaw is great with Survival and Fauna Shaman though, and with Genesis. It's so good with Genesis. Yeah, I gotta pick it. Just have to. Just say Elves of Deep Shadow actually is a mana fixer. Oh my god, these packs are really good. I mean, these 4 cards are all cards I wanted. If I knew the Bone Sharer would have been here, I definitely would have picked the Scrubland. Fate's Feathers is a great card, but I'd rather have a creature. Do I want another big creature? That's insane. I think the fix is more important for me at this point. Living Zombie, no. Hallowed Burial. Nezumi Grave Robber might be a sideboard card. I have no clue against what though. I won't play this seeing as I am creature based myself. I won't play this, I won't play any of these except maybe the Nezumi Grave Robber in the sideboard. Do I beat the Domri Radiant board? Probably not, so I might just hate draft that instead. Dark Confidant is in here, wow. Brushland is mana fix, Ranger of Eos gets mana and creatures of course. With Experiment 1. Yeah, I think Ranger might be the pick here. Just to have extra fodder and to do some deck thinning. I mean, sure, I want to brush lands, but do you really need to? Probably not. And if I don't play the natural order, it's definitely Pernicious Deed. Wow. Blessed is a fine card. Bird Life is not something I'll play. That's an interesting card. Lentex is an interesting card, but you have to build around it more. Which isn't that good in a cube. And I didn't see Skorak. Pernicious Deed is something I'll consider. Urborg is a fine card, seeing as I can use black, but once I have 1 black it's sufficient for me, so having all blacks is useful. So Pernicious Deed is a pick here, you probably won't main deck it. Mirror Crusader, yeah. Hand of Cruelty, tabled. Genesis Wave tabled, Living Dead tabled, wow. So Living Dead, we have 16 creatures, it basically swaps everything, we have no graveyard hate, so everything we did, so we have to do survival a bunch of times and then play Living Dead, and then win the game from there on. Can we just do a grindy game? We probably can. So it's between these two. I think our late games should be good enough. That Living Dead is typic. Boreal Druid, something I wanted. Scrubland is definitely what I wanted. I mean, I'm not gonna. Wow, Yoshe is still in here. Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? We have a lot of options, probably won't play the natural order here. Seeing as it only gets a green creature, and I forwent that Enlightened Tutor won't be played. So we have 3 cards too much. We'll figure that out in the next 10 minutes, I guess. Probably not Wall of Reverence. how it will come in against some decks. We have 5 of these. We have the ranger together with the sword. So what was it with the sword? Sylvan Library. I'm definitely happy I picked the sword over the Sylvan Library, I think. It's funny that I said I'm definitely and then I think. So I'm not that sure, am I? But I think in general it was the better pick. So Pride Mage was in there, this was maybe in there, this is definitely in there. These aren't for now, and these aren't for now. Might consider the wall. Just a second. Okay, so that disturbance is gone. So I wouldn't be playing the natural order. So still 3 cards, right? So let's remove the non-creatures from here. So probably not the pernicious deed, am I? Again, we'll sideboard it in against some things, but so these are things I have. This can be considered the 2-drop, just as a removal. So I have 3 black removal for non-artifact, monocolored, and non-black non-artifact. So artifact creatures are a hassle to deal with. Do I want to play Necromancy? Let's consider that. So if I have Necromancy and Final Shaman or Survival at one point, I might consider the Enlightened then. I can go like get the Angel of Serenity, play it. It leaves the battlefield, so I mean this is something I definitely want in this deck. So I think the Necromancy is something I also want in the deck. Living Dead as well, seeing as it is just an I win card with all this. So it's basically cut 2 cards. So I don't think I can cut the removal. I might cut the experiment one. You might say, well, why? But I already have 4 1-drops to get with the ranger. Any excess I can discard with these. Experiment 1 is a fine beater though. But with this deck it's mostly a 2-2. A 3-3, sorry. Sometimes a 4-4. No, it is, but one more to cut. You might say, well, you can run 16 lands with 4 acceleration, but I think I want to make my first 3 or 4 land traps. Seeing as I need a fix during the early game, I need acceleration a bit. Mirror Crusader is probably a 4-drop, seeing as it is double white, and with neither of these, unless I have turn 1 Temple Garden, I can do that. Clifftop Retreat on being, yeah. So these are 4 lands. What else do I want out? Let's think about this. I might got a Knight of Glory, but again, it's something I wanted. Okay, so Reveillark. What can I get back with Reveillark? I can get back Acidic Slime. I can get back Mirror Crusader. I can get back these. Is it worth it playing? Worth playing it? I'll say it like that. It's high on the curve. It doesn't do that much itself, but it is one of the better cards in its entirety. Oh, this is actually hard. I might play 41 cards. I think cutting the Knight of Glory, if I run this, is the better one, because it's pro black and this is pro black, and I'll bring it in against black decks and just forego my early game. It's a bit greedy though. And I hate being greedy. So I hate being greedy. This with a Solar Fire and Ice Cape is nuts. I mean, I can't cut it. I just can't. And this as well. I mean, protection from black and exalted for 2 mana. But I have to. But if I cut it, the Reverie Arc becomes worse, doesn't it? It only has 7 targets. Else it had 8. We already have Genesis to get back creatures from our graveyard. Okay, if you do it like this, we're worse against control, but better against black and some aggro decks just because it's early trade. And a sight is in against control. Yeah, okay. So then color sort. We're actually heavier on the black than I would have wanted. So we're gonna need 2 swamps, I guess. Oh, it's just 4 swamps. No, thank you. Something like this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white. And we have 1, 2, 3 white fix, 4 white fix. So that's 8 white mana. So that's 5 black for 5 cards. No, thank you. So that's 4 black for 5 white cards. And we have the 1 Elves of Deep Shadow. And we have 9, 10 green, which is 1 out of 4. So it should be 1 in our opening hand every time, in theory. And we have 7, 8 white for 5 cards as well. So this might be the way to go, seeing as we want early game black. We also want early game white, do we? No, we don't. So I think this might be better. Okay, so let's go over the deck again. Pals by converting mana costs, everything a bit to the 1. This isn't easy. Reverie Arc. What do I want to do with you? Okay, we'll keep it like this, and we'll see you for round 1, which will be shortly.